So in this video, I'm going to go through the only lead generation strategy you'll ever need in your business if your goal is to generate more qualified leads, sales appointments, and clients predictably every single month. Now, before I show you exactly how the strategy works, let me first explain the problem with most other lead generation strategies and why this particular lead generation strategy solves all of these problems. So the first problem that you may face when it comes to generating leads is that you always have to chase leads in order to get an appointment. So this usually happens if you buy leads, if you generate leads through some sort of online database. It usually happens when you use lead generation software to generate leads. And it also happens when you do things like cold calling and stuff like that. Now, the reason why these lead generation strategies require you to chase leads in order to get an appointment is because these lead generation strategies don't really generate true leads. What they do is they generate just contacts, right? So a contact is maybe someone's name, email, phone number. And yes, technically that could be considered a lead, but in my opinion, I would rather have a lead, or what I classify as a lead is someone who is actually interested in learning more about how you can help them. So I don't really care about contacts on a database. I mean, anyone can generate leads using just someone's contact information. But a true lead is someone that actually wants to work with you and they actually schedule an appointment with you in your calendar because they want to learn more about how you or your solution can actually help them maybe solve a problem that they have. So that's why a lot of lead generation strategies that may promise hundreds or even thousands of leads, if those leads don't actually convert into appointments and then into clients, in my opinion, is pretty much pointless. The other big problem with most lead generation strategies is that they require you to also trade your time for leads through networking events and seminars and door knocking or things like that, where you're essentially trading time in order to get more leads. So even though these strategies can work, you can definitely generate leads through networking events and seminars and things like that. The problem is, again, you're always trading your time for leads. And if you stop going to these networking events, then the leads also stop. So it's not very scalable and it's not very evergreen. And then the worst one on this list is when you literally just rely on unpredictable ways to generate leads. And this is pretty much through relying on referrals, which is a big one for a lot of people. A lot of people just literally rely 100% on referrals. But the problem is you never know when that next referral is going to come through. And even though getting referrals is great, we get referrals all the time. The problem is it's not very reliable. It's not very predictable. So I wouldn't recommend relying 100% on referrals as the only lead generation source. So what usually happens for businesses that rely only on referrals or people that they know is that one month they might be really busy with a lot of referrals, and then another month they might not have any clients because they don't get any referrals, and then the next month they're really busy again. So you always have these up and downs in the months that you're busy or not so busy because you're relying on external factors to deliver those leads to you or deliver those clients to you. So all of these lead generation strategies pretty much have the same problems, which is number one, they're not very automated. Number two, it's not very scalable. Number three, it's also not very predictable. And on top of that, you spend a lot of time speaking to leads that are not good quality leads. So you spend a lot of time chasing leads that even when you speak to them, they might not even be a good fit for you and your business. But what if there was a way to automate your lead generation system so that you could get leads without trading your time for leads? So what if it just worked on Evergreen without you always having to put more work into it in order to generate those leads? And what if you could also scale it up or down as much as you like? So let's say one month you wanted maybe 10, 20 or 30 appointments. And again, these are appointments, not leads. You could do that. If another month you wanted double the amount, you could do that. If you wanted less, you could do that as well. If you're going on vacation for whatever reason and you want to pause the amount of leads and appointments you get, again, you can do that. So what if you could be in full control of your lead generation system and again, scale it up or down as much as you wanted? Could you see what kind of a difference that would make in your business? Could you see how this could give you predictable and reliable results every single month? And instead of generating leads, like I mentioned, what if you could actually generate qualified appointments with people that are actually interested in learning more about how you can help them? So this can all be done by using what I call an automated appointment machine. And notice that I said it's an automated appointment machine. The reason why it's an automated appointment machine, not an automated lead machine, is because I don't really care about leads. Even though this video is about lead generation, what I really care about is the end result, which is getting qualified appointments with your ideal client, with people that are actually interested in learning more about how you can help them. So let me go through exactly how you can set up this automated appointment machine in this video. And by the way, if at any point in this video you think this sounds great, but I don't want to do any of the work myself, I would rather someone else take care of it, then just click the link in the description of this video. You can schedule a call. This is what we set up every single day for our clients. We build them automated appointment machines that get appointments predictably every single month in their calendar. So if you want to learn more, click the link in the description of this video. You can either watch a free masterclass training that goes through in more detail how it works, or you can also just schedule a call in the calendar if you'd like to learn more about how this system could be installed into your business as well. So with that out of the way, the first step to setting up an automated appointment machine is to build the machine. So someone, either us or yourself, but someone has to build the machine. So let me show you what this machine looks like so you can actually see how all the different pieces fit together. And then again, once you know how it works, you have the option to either build it yourself or we can build it for you. But either way, whether you work with us or not, you need to have built some sort of machine or infrastructure that allows you to generate leads, appointments, and clients predictably in your business. So here is a high-level overview of the automated appointment machine. And as you can see, there's 5 main pages. So it's nothing too complicated, but there are 5 key landing pages that you need to have in order to get this working well. So let me show you what these pages look like just so you have a rough idea. So the first page is called an opt-in page. So this is what my opt-in page looks like. It's basically a page where you give someone a big promise of a tangible result that you can potentially get for them. So in my case, it's how to get 10, 15, 30 or more predictable sales appointments each month without cold calling, networking, relying on referrals or any of that stuff. And then if people want to learn more about how they can do this, they can just enter their name and email to watch a free video or a free training or whatever you want to call it that explains how they can do this. And then in that video, once they enter the name and email, they're going to be redirected to the video page. And this will basically be the second page here in this machine. So the second page here you'll see is called a VSL or a video sales letter. And this is essentially what we use in order to get qualified appointments booked on the calendar with people that are actually interested in learning how you can help them. So rather than just get someone to fill in a form, and then you have to chase the lead to get an appointment, which is what most other people are doing. If you use a really good VSL or video sales letter that explains what is the big problem that you solve for clients, what are some other alternative solutions to solve this problem, and then why is your solution better than those alternative solutions? And then if they like what your solution is and they want to learn more, they can then schedule a call in your calendar. If you go through all of those steps inside of a video sales letter, you'll be able to get leads with people that are actually interested in learning more about how you specifically can help them because they've watched a video that literally goes through how you can help them. So they're only scheduling a call because they want to learn more about your specific solution. So this is completely different again to just generating leads that fill in a form and they don't know anything about you. And I actually created this video sales letter, this VSL, many years ago for my business. I first did this because I also was struggling with the problem of getting good quality appointments. So I thought if leads could just watch a video that actually explains what we do first, and if they watch that video, they like what they hear, and then they schedule a call, then logically it's going to be a much better call because they already know what it is that we do. So that's the whole point of the VSL. If you want to get better quality appointments, not just any appointments with anyone, if you want to get better quality appointments, then this will be one of the best things you can do in order to do that. Now, after someone has watched the VSL, as you can see again in the process, the next step is to send them to either an application page, or you can also send them to a scheduling page. For some clients, we might use application page first, then a scheduling page. For other clients, we might do it the other way around. But for most clients, we usually do application page first, then a scheduling page. And on the application page, you can just ask them maybe a few more questions just to pre-qualify them even further, just to make sure they're definitely a good fit before they actually do go ahead and schedule that call. And then once they do schedule a call, you can then send them to a call confirmation page. And that is where they can consume even more content about you and your business that explains to them how you can actually help them, what makes you different compared to other solutions that are out there. You can maybe include some FAQs or client results, or anything else that you think will help you before someone speaks with you. So anything else really that will help warm up the prospect before they have that call with you. So again, this is a very high level overview of how this automated appointment machine works. Now, there are some extra things that we can do inside of this. So for example, we can have follow-up emails, retargeting ads, and a bunch of other things like that. I'm not going to go into too much detail about those steps in this video, but just so you know, not all of the leads that you generate will convert straight away. So that's why we have some extra steps to get them to actually convert. If they don't convert straight away, we can at least get them to convert maybe weeks or months or sometimes even years down the line. So once you have this automated appointment machine up and running, once you have the infrastructure ready to go, the next step, step 2, is to fuel the machine. So to fuel the machine, that basically means promoting it, right? You need to have a way to get people into this machine. So if you want to get clients, you need to get more appointments. If you want to get appointments, you need to get more leads. And if you want to get more leads, then you need a way for people to see what it is that you can do. So if we go back here, so you can see the overview, if we zoom out a little bit more, so you can see some of the other steps, you'll notice that on the left here, we have different traffic channels. And these different traffic channels are designed to get people to know about what it is that you can do. So for example, YouTube is one of these traffic channels. So you can record videos like the video I'm recording right now. I'm literally using the same system that I'm teaching you, is the same system I use in my own business. And right now you're coming from YouTube. And if you like what you hear in this video, you will go through into the machine and you may convert into a lead, into an appointment, and then eventually into a client. So YouTube is one way that you can get traffic. And what you need to do with YouTube is you need to record videos that solve problems that your potential clients have. And then in the video, this is the really important part, you need to tell people to go to the next step in your sales process. So that's why in this video, if you remember earlier on in the video, I said, if you need help with doing any of this, click the link in the description of this video. And if you click the link in the description of this video, this will take you into the sales funnel or into the automated appointment machine that you'll have in your business. And if you do this, you'll be able to get leads, appointments, and clients from your YouTube videos. But the difference between creating a YouTube video, because a YouTube video does take time to record, the difference is you only have to record that video once. And that video that you record once can generate leads, appointments, and clients for you months and even years into the future. And I've got videos that I recorded years ago on my YouTube channel that are still getting views to this day from YouTube search or being recommended through the YouTube algorithm. And then those views are converting into leads, appointments, and clients. So even though I recorded the video once, I'm no longer trading my time to generate any new leads. I just record it once, and that one video can keep generating leads for months and years into the future. So you can do the same thing. The more videos you record, the more views you'll be able to get from those videos, and then the more appointments and clients you'll be able to get off the back of that. But again, it's very important you create the right kind of videos, and it's also very important that you send people from your YouTube videos into the machine. Otherwise, you'll just be creating videos for nothing, which never get any conversions, and you might get a lot of views, but if they don't convert, it's really pointless in my opinion. Now, YouTube is just one of the channels that you can use here. As you can see here, we've got other channels. I'm not going to go into every single one right now, but I'm just going to focus on the ones that usually work best and the ones that get you the fastest results. So YouTube would be definitely one of the best ones. And then in terms of getting fast results, some of the other channels that work really well would be paid advertising, such as using Facebook ads, Instagram ads, or even TikTok ads. So what you can do is you can run an ad, and then from the ad, you can send people again into your sales funnel or into the machine, into the automated appointment machine. And then it just becomes a bit of a numbers game. The more people that you get going into the funnel, the more leads, appointments, and clients that you'll get off the back of that. And what's great about running ads is that you're not trading any time at all really for leads and appointments and clients. You're mainly just trading your money for leads, appointments, and clients. But because of that, because you're paying to get in front of people, it is very fast in terms of getting results. And it is also very scalable. So when you run ads, you'll be able to get your cost per appointment. So let's just say your cost per appointment is $200. Again, this is for an appointment, not for a lead. But let's say your cost per appointment is $200 and 1 month you want to get 10 appointments. So that means you'd pay $200 times 10, you'd pay $2,000. If your cost per appointment is $300 and you want to get 10 appointments, you'd pay $300 times 10, so you'd pay $3,000. So again, the beautiful thing about running ads is once you know what your cost per appointment is, you can scale up or down just depending on how many appointments you want to get. And I'll go through in more detail how this works in just a second. second. But once you've got this whole system set up, and once you start fueling the system, like adding fuel to the system to get people to go into the machine, again, it just becomes a bit of a numbers game where the more traffic that you get in the beginning, the more leads you'll get, and then the more appointments you get, and then the more clients you'll eventually get as well. So once you've got this whole system up and running, you'll now be able to get leads, appointments, and clients predictably in your business. But there's still one more thing that you can do to improve your results even more. And that brings me to step 3, which is to optimize the machine. So once you've got the whole system up and running, there are still little tweaks that you could make that could get you even better results. So let me actually illustrate this just so you can visualize the potential results you could see once you have this machine installed in your business. So I created this potential ROI calculator, and I actually used ChatGPT to create this, which is pretty cool, I thought, because I'm not a programmer or anything like that. And what I did is I took the data from our clients, and then I put that data into this calculator in order to help other potential clients estimate what their results could look like. Now, obviously, we work with lots of different types of clients, so there are definitely different variables that may need to be adjusted for your specific business. So if you want to use this yourself, and if you go to skylinesocial.com/ROI, you'll be able to access the calculator. And then if you go to adjust estimates, you can just adjust the estimates to whatever would make the most sense for your business. So let's say, for example, a client is not worth $5,000 for you. Let's say a client is worth $8,000. You can just adjust the numbers, and then it will update it in here to whatever you think would make the most sense for your business. So to stay conservative though, I'm just going to keep this more on the low end. And let's just say a new client is worth $5,000 to you. Again, it could be more. For many of my clients, it is a lot more than that. But let's just be conservative and say it's $5,000. So that means when you start running ads, let's say $3,000 on ads. If from that $3,000 that you spend on ads, if your cost per lead is $20, which again is the average for most of our clients, if your cost per lead is $20, and then you get 7% of those leads convert into appointments. Again, we have clients that do even better than this, but these numbers are a little bit more on the conservative side. If you get 7% of those leads convert into appointments, that means you're going to be getting 10 appointments. So in other words, you're paying $300 per appointment. So if from those 10 appointments, you can convert 25%, that means you'll generate 2 clients. And if those 2 clients are worth $5,000, you'll generate $10,000 in revenue. So in other words, you're spending $3,000 to get $10,000 back in revenue. Now, obviously, you also need to calculate how profitable that client value is for you in order to, work out your profit. In fact, what you could do is instead of the revenue numbers here, you could just put how much a client is worth to you in profit if you wanted to. But the point is, it's just to help you illustrate or see what kind of potential results that you could get. And then what happens is the more that you spend on ads, the more leads, the more appointments, and the more clients. And then obviously, ultimately, the more revenue you can also generate. So this is what I mean by you can get as many appointments as you like on demand by scaling up or down as much as you like, just by increasing or decreasing your budget. Now, what you can also do if you want to get even better results is you can also boost your results with weekly YouTube videos. So this is something I'm doing. I'm recording YouTube videos because not only do I get leads, appointments, and clients for free from YouTube, but when I record YouTube videos, they also help my ads get better results as well. Because if someone sees one of my ads and then they watch my YouTube videos, there's a higher chance that they convert. Or it also works the other way around. If someone watches my YouTube videos and then later they see one of my ads, there's a higher chance they're going to click on the ad and then convert from the ad. So if you do both ads and YouTube videos together, you're going to get even better results. As you can see here, without YouTube videos, that's how much revenue you could potentially get. With YouTube videos, that's how much revenue you could potentially get. So by recording YouTube videos, you can get better results with your ads. Now, let's just say you're completely brand new, you're starting out and you don't even have any money to run ads yet. You can literally spend nothing on ads and you can just do YouTube and start getting some appointments and clients through YouTube. Now, just as one caveat with YouTube, YouTube is not as fast as ads. So typically for most clients, you're looking at least 3 to 6 months before you start seeing results. Once you start implementing the YouTube strategy that we recommend for clients to implement. But the point is you can get started with zero budget just by recording YouTube videos for free. However, like I said, for best results, if you can do both together, both ads and YouTube videos, that will give you the best of both worlds. Now, remember, we're on step 3 right now, which is to optimize your results. So what you can do is you can have a look at the data, and this is something we help clients do, is we can have a look at the data and see where are you performing well or where are you not performing so well. And then we can make adjustments to improve it. So for example, in your video sales letter, we might notice that a lot of people drop out at maybe the 5-minute mark of the video or the 4-minute mark or whatever it might be. So we could just tweak or change what you say during that part of the video. And then if we tweak it or remove it and say something else, and then more people watch that part of the video and get to the end of the video, you're going to get more appointments. So maybe your lead to appointment conversion ratio goes from 7% to maybe 10%. And then that improves your results a little bit more. And let's just say your cost per lead, through looking at the data through ads, we notice, oh, actually, maybe there's some room for improvement on there as well. And then we are able to get your cost per lead to $10 instead of $20. Again, that increases your revenue even more. So once it's all up and running, even if you're getting great results, there still may be even more room for improvement just by testing and tweaking little things in order to optimize the machine to get it to the point where it is as efficient as it possibly can be. And then again, this is exactly something we could help you with as well if you wanted to. So if you'd like to learn more, what you can do is you can go to our website. We have everything on there. We try and be as transparent as possible. So we have our pricing on there. You can go to our results to see our different client testimonials, case studies, success stories, and things like that. We also have our different services, so you can see what's included and how that all works. So feel free to browse the website and just, get as much information as you need in order to do your due diligence and make an educated decision before moving forward. And if you do like what you hear and you want to learn more, the best next thing you can do is either number 1, watch the free masterclass training, which you can watch by clicking the link in the description of this video. Or number 2, you can also click the link in the description of this video to schedule a call with us in the calendar. And then we can go through how it all works in more detail and also answer any other questions you might have. Now, just keep in mind all the numbers that I have gone through here, as it says here, they are for illustration purposes only. So obviously results will vary depending on your niche and, how well your ads perform and how well your sales conversion rate is and a bunch of other variables. So this is definitely not a guarantee of results or anything like that. This is just an estimate of what you could achieve based on data that we've achieved for other clients. So again, if you'd like to learn more, just click the link in the description of this video and we'll see you on the other side.